it's another ghost story movie, The Curse of La Llorona. Is it spooky? Is it haunting? Let's find out. The Curse of La Llorona stars Linda Cardellini, who is most famously known for playing Velma in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. I'm a huge fan of hers, so seeing her in a horror movie got me a little excited. Basically, she plays a social worker who deals with troubled kids, families and children who deal with abuse, stuff like that. And she also has two kids of her own. Her husband is dead. During one of these cases, she gets a warning from a mother who recently had her two children drowned. And the mother's warning is like, yo, beware the curse of La Llorona. And as every ghost story ever told, she gets cursed. Her kids get cursed. Spooky stuff happens. Ghost stuff. You have to learn to fend off the ghost, fend off the evilness, and it goes from there. This isn't great, but which doesn't hold well for The Conjuring 3, because apparently the director behind this is doing that, which bums me out that James Wan's not doing it, but what can you do? The lead actress, she's great. She really tries to make the script work. She really tries her best to make this work. There are some really good looking shots in this movie, like superb. Like I'm like, all right, that looks really cool. That looks good. Now all of them make sense because the roles of La Llorona aren't fully laid out, and it's kind of like, what? But to make a cool shot, it still looks cool at least. I would say the first half hour is pretty good. It's pretty solid. It's standard like horror movie, spooky ghost house stuff, but it's pretty solid. I enjoy the first half hour. For me personally, when like the La Llorona stuff happens and the spookiest stuff happens, it kind of loses its appeal. It kind of doesn't work, and I'll get into why right now. There's a lot of jump scares. Spoiler alert. Like not all, but most modern horror movies, just a lot of, as what I call them, a lot of boo scares, where it's just camera panning, quick cut, character staring, then something or someone jumps at the screen, boo scare, loud noise, sound cue, music spikes up, you know exactly what they are. They use a lot of those. For me personally, only one scene had true tension. That was built up very well. The rest was just like there and set up, I guess. Like they weren't really used effectively. James Wan did this in Insidious Chapter 2, and James Wan didn't direct this, so don't worry. He only produced this, so it's fine. But and he also did this in The Conjuring 2. He started to sprinkle in humor into them, which both land well. Both are good horror movies. But in La Llorona, the director and cast and the writers tried to sprinkle in humor, and it just didn't land at all. Like, I understand the jokes that they were going for, but I'm just like, okay, that's a joke. I understand it. It's not funny. La Llorona, this is just a personal little gripe. I think her design is overdone. I think they tried too hard to make her creepy. They tried too hard to make her look demonic when it's like, it's just a spirit. It's a ghost. And sometimes simpler things are scarier than like over the blown horrifying things. So I really wish they kept it simple with this. Kind of a shame that they literally tried to make her scary, and to me it backfired on them. Set in LA, and I was hoping for it to be set in like, Mexico, where the fairy tale is, or the folklore is from. And I'm like, Mexico has so much cool, like, building structures and architecture and environments. And it's like, oh, we get this in LA, a place you've seen a million times. with this standard home layout, with this standard setting, and it's like, just, this could have been so cool set in like Mexico. So cool. The whole third act is really weak. The writing is not good in it. Characters make really dumb choices. And I just have to bring this up, but during the final act, the ghost, the spirit, whatever you want to call it, literally makes a Tyrannosaurus Rex noise from like Jurassic World. And at first, I thought I was hearing things. I'm like, no way, that's not actually in the movie. I rewound it. I played it again. I'm like, that's an actual T-Rex roar. So I played it back one last time, and I'm like, okay. And I just started bursting out laughing because I did not expect to hear a Jurassic World sound effect in a freaking haunted house ghost movie. Kind of surprised me. My favorite part of the movie. But that's the movie. It's more bad than good. There's some, like, the lead actress is great in everything, so it's no surprise she's great in this. Would I ever watch it again? Sure, if it's on TV and I'm bored, probably. Do I plan to view it again? No. Oh, random fun fact. This is set in the Conjuring world, which is the same world as like The Nun, Annabelle, I'm forgetting, and the Conjuring films. Kind of surprising that they didn't market it that way, like at all, which is kind of weird to me. I would have thought they would have, but not my franchise. But like always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.